Hello. Think we can get going? Alright. Right, we are in the, kind of the spirit world. We found out that somebody, probably the fox guy, seems to have some designs on Hinako that are probably going to end with her being dead. And these, there are all these doll monsters out here that are... Yeah. We are basically out of healing items, I think. Nope. Is that a guy with just a neck? No, they're like mannequin ladies that are all like contorted. It's been like a running theme with most of the enemies. Oh, I didn't see this note before. Did I? Oh no, okay. Yeah, this is a note about a love spell that was forbidden because it was causing so much chaos. Do not have these guys down. The Naginata is cool, but it's really slow, and the attack patterns on these enemies are very unpredictable. Also, its range is nowhere near as long as it looks like it would be. Have I ever played The Suffering? I haven't I haven't played it, but I'm certainly familiar. Okay, there's no real point to fighting them, but I was doing so because this is a big area to explore, and I don't think they're gonna really give up on chasing me around, but I can try that. Maybe I can dodge it really this way. There we go. Get some Yokon. So Yokon restores health. I kinda don't want to offer these because there are only healing items right now.
Sakuko? そっちにいるの? Sakuko.
Okay, last time we came into one of these rooms, it was not great. Stone orb. This seems to be made from the same material as the stone key that the fox mask had given to me. Maybe it seems like... maybe it serves a similar purpose. Dodge, but I can't run. Sammy's doing things. It is a cut the money, baby. Do 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 do.
逃げなきゃ.
Oh, no.
早くひなこ。すっごいよここ。サクコ。ここはダメ。
Why is horror's first instinct always to go to outer space? Everyone's always like, oh, do Jason in space, do Leprechaun in space. Fear and Hunger in space. Silent Hill in space. That scream attack makes it hard to live. Going? Probably not that way, so I gotta turn a... That's closed off. Is this also a dead end then? Okay, I need to get to the
Sakuko, ここはダメ。きなこ、私を一人ぼっちにして裏切る者。ごめん、ごめんね。
Actually, straight, I guess?
一人は嫌だよ。寂しいよ。
I want to get off Mr. Fox's wild ride. I didn't have a console that would run PT when it was around, and then I never bothered with it on PC. I think it got a port or something. I thought it was interesting a little bit, but I didn't really like get why people were so jazzed about it. You know, it's kind of a one-trick pony. It was...
どうして裏切り者一体何なの
Take that one. The design is good, yeah. I'm trying to.
Sakuko? どうして裏切り者一体何なの
The telegraphing is a lot better on this boss than many of the other enemies, but she has a bunch of follow-ups and counters. But I'm Oof. Nope, we dead. What did she grab? Was that Hinako's tongue or her heart?
どうして裏切り者何なの
It's a combo? Yeah, she's got a kanabo that is connected to a kusarigama.
裏切り者サクコどうして裏切り者一体何なの
Didn't have enough time, I guess. It's probably because this is hard mode, but the stamina is really punishing. This time that. Okay. We haven't seen her stagger before. I kind of hate how her like jaw is just flapping around. The 500 yen. It's a halo. Ghost. Ghost asked what is...
どうして
we still have the knife. For some reason I thought we wouldn't have it.
一体何なの
How do we get that, I guess we'll just go yeah, it's just a halo. It's kind of the same that you would see in like a Catholic context. So if you successfully dodge, you get your stamina refilled.
サクコどうして
Which makes it real easy to get out of the follow-up attack, but you do have to time it correctly.
サクコどうして何なの
It's a long window to punish after that grab. Why is it that like a 2-second delay before the attack is enough to get me every single time?
サクコどうして一体何なの
This is like a 3-second. She charges and then pauses. Yeah, I think I just kind of have to settle for one hit on every single dodge.
一体何なの
Oh, that one's got a good R1 window. Okay. So dodge Yagimono and counter Usotsuki. Didn't get it. That counter window's hard to hit. If it's just like a timing hint or something, a hint is fine. Yeah.
どうして一体何なの
straight at her like that, because she'll hit me with the counter.
避けてごらん。裏切り者。
Yeah, the problem is just timing the counter, because the windup on the Naginata R1 is pretty slow. It's like almost a whole second.
どうして裏切り者。一体何なの。一緒にいられるね。
It's tough.
あっち行け。
Counters are R1, I thought.
裏切り者。
Like, I'm almost... Combat, counters... Oh, it is our trigger. Okay. That might be why I've been having trouble hitting him.
どうして。
Okay, so I gotta start doing the wind-up, like, as soon as she puts her arms out.
何なの。一緒にいられるね。裏切り者。サクコ。どうして。裏切り者。一体何なの。やあ。避けてごらん。借りてた500円返さないよ。
You have to focus and you're in range of a counter, time stops pretty much.
裏
Yeah.
切り者。サクコ。どうして。裏切り者。一体何なの。
Yeah, it's a pretty terrifying move. And this is like our friend that we buried like a few minutes ago. Like,
どうして。裏切り者。一体何なの。
let's get used to getting ready for
裏切り者。
that. Still like full health basically. Oh, I ran out of stamina.
静かに目を閉じて。
どうして戦わなくちゃいけないの？
ここはまだきなこが来る場所じゃない。
Sound direction is very good. I can hear. I think I can hear where she is. What's she doing? She's eating all my sanity. Where's the chaser?
気持ちは嫌だよ。裏切り者。
サクコ？どうして？
裏切り者。
一体何なの？
避けてごらん。裏切り者。裏切り者。
We will never have Sim.
裏切り者。あなた500円返さないよ。裏切り者。
サクコ？どうして？
裏切り者。
一体何なの？
裏切り者。
Yeah, that's me focusing and standing there after she does the step. I don't know what I'm not getting about that. I think dodging works. Oh, okay. I get it now. So there's that. I think she would do a fourth attack.
どうして戦わなくちゃいけないの？
ここはまだきなこが来る場所じゃ
This time the button. I have a faster weapon that's very weak. I just have the knife.
サクコどうして
裏切り者。
一体何なの
I think we almost got her. Still don't have a good feel for how the counter works. Okay.
避けてごらん。助けた。
Okay, let's.
裏切り者。
サクコどうして
裏切り者。
一体何なの
やれ。裏切り者。避けてごらん。裏切り者。さあ、静かに目を閉じて。
どうして戦わなくちゃいけないの
The range.
キラコが来る場所じゃない。
You can tell when she's gonna do the follow-up because her head turns. That's a nice little.
急に嘘をつかないで。避けてごらん。嘘つき。
Okay.
おとなしくしてみる。いつまでも苦しいままだよ。
何を言ってるかわからないよ。
きなこが箱から出てここにいないこと。
怪我はないか。大丈夫だ。これしき大した救急に律令のごとく行うがいい。つきものの分際でここへ踏み入ろうとは愚かな。
今のは
君についてきた汚れだろう。もう失せた。安心していい。属性に生きる以上汚れがつくことは仕方がない。払えばいいだけのことだ。行こう。
I'd be so afraid of stepping on his kimono.
この先は神聖な領域だ。私も君も汚れは持ち込めない。ここで汚れを落とす。
Tuxedo mask meme, but you didn't do anything. My work here is done.
さあ、君も。
はい。
I only ever saw really old people doing the rinse your mouth out thing. Most people just rinse their hands.
いや、
大丈夫。ただの水だよ。ひなこ、おい、しっかりしろ。
ドジだね。あんた階段から落ちたんだよ。
腕どうした？
あれ引っ掛けて破いちゃったのかな。
特にあざはないみたいだな。痛むところはないか？
うん、大丈夫。
それはよかった。
どうした？
But she did push us down the stairs if you missed the last episode.
行こ
私をちゃんと守ってよ。私ひなこみたいに強くないんだから。
う。分かってる。俺から離れる
She's such a bitch. I'm not
目指
tough
すは
like
俺の家
Hinako.
だ。裏道から山を越え剣道に出よう。俺が先頭を行く。相棒はしんがり棒。
分かった。
私はシュウ君の後ろにいるね。真ん中なら安心だし。
しんがりは引き受けた。
So she likes Shu, and it seems like Hinako either doesn't like him or is trying to keep her distance from him. So, like, I don't know what this other girl has to be jealous about, but it seems like they kind of have a history. There was some talk about maybe somebody accidentally falling in one of these canals and drowning. And, God, we look like hell. Like, what happened? She's got some definition there. Yeah. The game does point out that Hinako is like she's like an athlete at school, so going back for more scarecrow puzzles. You can't leave the rice, they'll get all moldy. You gotta put it back up. These are the rice stalks, they're hanging to dry. If you play Cataclysm, these are stooks. It's when you pile all the grain in like a little A-frame like that so that the heads can dry. Yeah, there's been a lot of like impassable terrain that's like I could just totally step over that, but you know. I think it's better to just accept it than to expect the game to like put up 9-foot walls everywhere it doesn't want you to walk. Makes the world look better. And speaking of, I think the I love how believably wet this game is. More scarecrow puzzles. Hi there, laser to the face. Should be able to wear this hat. Emma, a wooden plaque. Place it back on a Hokora after writing your wishes. Used in Hokora to upgrade Hinako's abilities. Little bird. What bird was that? Excuse me. Got the heater on and the dry air is making me cough. I've seen this is a bird from a meme, right? From the little comic where it's like two birds are talking. I guess there could be like a termina going on here. Higashi, an assortment of small fruit-flavored candies that melt in your mouth. Fully restores stamina and prevents stamina consumption for a set period of time. That actually sounds really useful. Oh yeah, the robin and the crow. Yeah, it's like the exact robin from that comic. Let's Have I lost my mind? Let me get this. See. Am I mixing it up with another comic? Because it's like the exact expression on the lower right. All right, I'll stop being wacky now and go back to. I'm just struck by the very funny expression on the bird's face here. She's got like a. All right, what can we offer? Kudzu tea we can give up for sure. The divine water and boy. I feel like we can give this up. I'd rather get more max stamina than So the writer for this game is Ryukishio7, which is he's the guy who wrote like Higurashi When They Cry and Umineko. And he's very funny, and I wouldn't put it past him to just put an internet meme in something. Because
あのでかいやつどこ行った？
there's an item up there. You know, you need something to balance out the horror, so you've got to have moments of like humanity or comedy or something just for just so the horror can still have an impact. There was something on the road, right? Oh yeah, there we go. There's a pill. We shan't be going this way. So I think spider lilies are a symbol of death in Buddhism. That's what these weird kind of spindly red flowers are. I don't know if I recognize the other flowers. Some of these might be asphodels, which are a symbol of death in Greece.
Hinako! こっちだ!
Sorry, I was checking out the environment.
大丈夫か相棒化け物につけられてないか
問題ない。
シュウ君っていつまでひな子のこと相棒って呼ぶの？相棒なんて呼び方小学生の男子みたい。
相棒は相棒さ。俺は
小学生の男子みたい。
してない。
そうだな。された覚えもない。
立ち話は終わりだ。行くぞ。
Your Japanese lesson for today is Shogakusei is elementary school student, Danshi is boy, and Mitai means looks like or seems like. So. Is this a new pipe? We got a new pipe! Like Christmas up here. Japanese Christmas. So in the 60s, they didn't have the, they didn't really have like a Christmas tradition going. That all developed sort of in the 80s and the 70s. There was a radio interview. You may know that in Japan, people eat, KFC on Christmas. It's like a big thing. You have to like order it weeks in advance. And it was because there was a radio interview with I think the VP of Japan's kind of KFC branch and or director of it or something, and the radio host asked him, so Americans eat a lot of KFC on Christmas, right? And he knew it was a lie, but it escaped his mouth before he could stop himself, and he said yes. And it just instantly became this sensation. Everybody had to go get it. That's up to the shrine. I assume this is the way we're... Oh no, we're going to Shu's house, but there's a shrine up here. After all we've seen, I would really like to go up to this mountain shrine. Oh, it's Sakuko's shrine, where she worked. Let's hold a Jichin Sai. Whether you're building a house or pulling it down, digging up a well or filling one up, it's all done upon Inari-sama's land. We should show our gratitude to Inari-sama by holding a Jichin Sai. Holding a Jichin Sai is especially important for wells, lest we forget the ancient tale of a poisonous water dragon that once wreaked havoc until Inari-sama finally sealed it deep underground. Digging a new well is just like opening up an air hole for that terrible dragon, and if we're not careful, we risk facing its wrath once more. That's why we must have a Jichin Sai. Exclusive price for first-time customers. Special deals for requests on unlucky calendar days. Call for a free consultation now. I could do commercials. Call now for our half-off offer. Ari's Bronwyn says, wait, they have phones? Call for help. It would be so good in a Silent Hill game to just call the police and they show up and they just like arrest Pyramid Head. Letter from Sakuko's mother. Dear Sakuko, you mustn't ever speak again about how you hear otherworldly voices talking or singing. Puberty is a difficult time. You may hear and see strange things that you can't explain. The same thing happened to me when I was your age. However, it's nothing more than your imagination playing tricks on you. If your friends find out, though, they'll label you the strange girl. They'll abandon you, ostracize you. Because around here, once rumors spread, people will never look at you the same again. Well, don't we know it? And there are a lot of little Oinari-samas around here. Or maybe when he's little like that, he's Koinari-sama. Senensugi Shrine, a lonely little shrine situated on the outskirts of town. The name Senensugi Shrine sure sounds fancy, but that's all it has going for it. Even though Ebisugaoka is full of elderly believers, this shrine rarely gets any visitors. They instead go to what's closest to them, and that's an Inari statue. Sakuko's family serves the shrine, including fulfilling the role of head priest. Sakuko is quite proud of this fact, but I don't know if the same could be said about her parents. I remember what Sakuko once said. Senensugi Shrine didn't used to be the small shrine that we know. The real shrine was situated in the mountain, and it was much more impressive than it is now. Long ago, there was an actual 1,000-year cedar that was worshipped as a divine vessel. Unfortunately, it was struck by lightning and burned to ash. Upon losing its divine vessel, the shrine was abandoned and became the small shrine it is in present day.
サクコ、この神社を昔みたいに盛り上げるんだっていつも言ってたな。
Oh yeah, Ghost 300 mentions that you could call the phone in Silent Hill Shattered Memories, and there were some pretty funny calls you could make. The most horrifying phone in video games is the Disco Elysium payphone. Arare, a small crispy rice cracker. Its pleasant crunch makes it never boring to eat. Is this just like items and a little bit of lore? It's cool that this is here. You know what that is? That's lichen. Alice Algie and Marty Moss took a liken to each other, and their love has been on the rocks ever since. Oh, another little item. Key to Sakuko's mailbox. A plain mailbox key. The surname Igarashi is written on the attached tag.
サクコんちの郵便受けの鍵?
Alright. We're going to Shu's house. Do we remember where Sakuko's house was? They're not really like marked. So this is our house. It's got a picture of Hinako there. That's the general store we hang out. Guess we just go back to town. Identity Obscura asks, do you know how to spot a moss enjoyer? How do I spot a moss enjoyer? Sterling Silver Sword asks if it's a federal crime to read other people's mail in Japan. I actually don't know. Also, when people say that, oh, it's a federal crime, it makes it sound like a much bigger deal than it is. I don't think you actually get in very much trouble for just like messing with somebody's mailbox. My loot senses were tingling. In the first 3 Silent Hill games, they did a really good job of just stashing items everywhere. And even though those games are very old and the textures aren't super detailed, there's a lot of weird little stuff to go see. And something I always think about is in Silent Hill 2, there's a Mexican restaurant that you never really go to. It's just like there. And it's Gonzales, not Gonzalez, it's Gonzale apostrophe S Mexican restaurant. And if you go by there, the place is all closed down, and there's a sign in the window that says Mexican Open. It's like, is that different from? Like a Mexican standoff or something? Oh, wow, we get up on the roof? It's like Resident Evil 4. Oh. I don't like this house anymore. But there's little things, I want to look at them. There's photos, there's a guy farming. He must be the guy growing all that rice outside. Oh, okay, yeah, we were in here before. We had to get like a key off of her. Looks like some people sitting around a campfire. Locked. I wonder if that's like a New Game Plus item in there. Because in Silent Hill 1, there was a house like this, and that's where you found the katana.
先生ですか？
Let me see. Somebody says it's 100,000 yen fine for messing with people's mail. And it's like $60, yeah. Ghost says, why didn't they have Kuchisake Ona or Hachishaku Ona? Which one is Kuchisake? I only know Fukuchi Onna, where she has the mouth in the back of her head and her hair is alive. That's the one that Mawile is based on, the Pokemon. Is Hachishaku the one with the really long neck? The smiley face. Oh. Okay. I like that she would be like, "Oh, maybe there's something in one of the other drawers. Something other than eyeballs." This little floor stove. Kuzuti. Oh, wait. Okay. We are full up on items, so we need to hit a shrine so we can donate some of that stuff. There's not been a Kappa Identity Obscura. Another Rhombus says, first time in chat. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, yeah. Hachishaku is the... No, that's Kuchisake, where that's the mouth. Because Kuchi is mouth, so... I think that's the one with the scissors that cuts your mouth open. Oh, great, she's gone. There better be something good in here. Local doctor's note. Even now, the trust given to the long-standing physicians of the Iwai family is unshakably strong. When I spoke to the eldest working member of the family at a gathering, I was astonished by their astounding bounty of knowledge. Though as they discussed the details of their practices with me, I got the hint that they might be using controlled substances in their treatment. However, I think it's best that I look the other way in that situation. While it is now illegal to produce the cloudy rice wine known as doburoku, people across Japan were once free to make it as they needed. Perhaps operating within the gray area of legislation between traditional and modern medicine has always been the role of local physicians here. Doburoku. Is that like a... Doburoku. Okay, it's just like an unfiltered sake. Why is Dobroku illegal? Okay, so it's not like a... You're talking about controlled substances, you're making it sound like it's got like LSD in it or something, but it's just there's gonna be a monster in here, you know there is. Pine Omamori increases max health. There's lots of syringes and medicine on the floor. Autopsy report. Undetermined case of death. Undetermined COD case 09. Body was astonishingly malnourished, and the calvarium had split open like it had burst from the inside. The cranial bones had been hollowed out and filled with insect eggs, later identified as belonging to various species, including locusts, grasshoppers, and crickets. No evidence to suggest they were put there by human hand. Seemed to be planted by insects naturally. Highly unusual behavior considering the current harsh winter temperatures. Yet another corpse came through with an inexplicable COD. At least this one was easier to stomach than case 08. All bodies with unexplainable causes of death are kept secret and swiftly handed over to the police department. In turn, the police department immediately disposes of such bodies without so much as a customary glance. Additional notes. This man was suspected of blaspheming against religious doctrine. He seemed to bear some kind of grudge against the Inari faith. It's always the same with these strange corpses. After all, there can only be one outcome for not paying reverence to O Inari-san. Okay. Maybe this town's not so normal after all. So looks like the monster went out the window. Onibaba is... Isn't Onibaba the mountain crone? The names are all just like plain descriptions of what they are. It's like I didn't switch to the new pipe. I was just gonna let this one run out. Okay, maybe I will just not fight her and I'll just leave. Because I don't think she'll be able to chase very well, given the place we're in.
Yosh.
DED, dead.
Maずいな。武器が壊れそうだ。
Where's the, somebody says, aren't the doors made of wood and paper? How can she not just punch through them? I need the gif of, Homer Simpson just walking through the jail. Good night, Identity Obscura. Oyasumi nasai. I like that they were just standing there waiting while they heard like the horrible battle going on in this doctor's house.
相棒、妙な化け物が増えてる気がしないか？
お前の宇宙戦争だって妙な宇宙人がどんどん増えてっただろうが。
ひなこってしゅうくんと話すときは男の子みたいな喋り方だよね。
昔の癖が今も抜けないからかな。
俺たちは幼い頃からの付き合いだからな。
ふーん。だから男女の関係にはならなかったってわけ。
今はそんな話をしてる時じゃないぞ。行こう。
It kind of looked like Hinako was like considering going upside her head with the pipe. Let's save and then we'll go make some of that. I will give up the antique comb. And the divine water. Yes, we'll give the arare. Keep that on there. Yeah, she's definitely...
これで戦える。
Okay, I got a sickle. She's definitely trying to sort of police gender norms in like a passive-aggressive way. There was that tea. Can I duck back in here and grab it? Or is it just forever lost to us now? Well, I think also the, in at least the first couple of Silent Hill games, the difficulty of the monsters is kind of directly relevant or directly tied to like who is creating them and who is fighting them. So in just here for the tea and then I'll go. You know, in Silent Hill 1, the monsters are created by Alessa, who was, you know, very frightened of these kind of creatures that she had dreamed up. And Harry was not a, was not like some kind of an action hero, but he was a grown man. So they weren't too bad. And then in 2, you know, James has committed an act of violence already, and so the monsters are not threatening to him at all until you get to the hotel and you run into one of Angela's monsters, and it's 1,000 times worse. And then in 3, you know, the monsters are, I guess, like, maybe creations of the cult or something. At least some of them are. And they're actively trying to kill Heather. I guess probably not kill her, but like come pretty close so that she does what they want her to do. Yigashi. I guess I'll offer that too while we're here. And if we have 800, I think we can get a stamina bar upgrade, and I would love that. Yeah, we do. Oh, it's only 500. Okay. Alright, I could get a sanity, but I don't have an Emma. Oh, we can get more Omamori slots. Ooh. Maybe that's the one to wait for then. Because the Omamori are upgrades themselves. Silent Hill protagonists getting shorter with each successive game. Are we just not counting Henry? I feel like he was pretty tall. Or Travis, or who was the Travis Grady is 0. Who's in Downpour? A baseball bat. Ordinary one bat. I would play with this a lot, so I feel right at home. Okay. Yeah, we haven't seen what the F might stand for. I'm kind of feeling like it might be like female or something, but you know, who knows? I'm trying to browse the mushrooms and root vegetables, and these monsters are just... Yeah, looks like it says I can go this way, but I cannot. This is the Final Fantasy VII truck. This is like Cloud defends this in the motorcycle scene. I'm gonna have to do a lot better than that. Silent Hill, fuck around and find out. Yeah. Silent Hill first, because it's chronologically before all the other ones. Silent Hill Flee. The F is for frightening. Okay, I thought she might get up, I was just curious. I guess we can go left here. Does that seem to be a direction we can go? Oh, beer ad. Real men drink Old Tory beer. Man, these 1960s gender standards are screwed up if this is what they think a real man looks like. I think we just don't go that way at all. I think that's just all bad. Down. What do we do? Go back that way. Silent Hill Fanta.
相棒はこっちだ。
There you are. Ramune. That's what this says. And that says Mizu, which is water. I don't know what that says. Probably somebody's name or something. Silent Hill Fumo.
何あれ。
やだ、気持ち悪い。
あいつらまさかあの気持ち悪いので町を飲み込む気なのか。
化け物が多すぎる。
迂回しよう。町を突っ切るのは危険すぎる。
私たちの千鶴や、どうしてこんな。
中学校の方へ向かってそこから山道を登ろう。だいぶ遠回りになるが町は避けられる。よし、行こう。
Okay, we're going to the middle school. Big boy. Nope. Spooked me so much I opened the journal. And the power skillers rate her. Well, there's... Like, if we're, it depends on how we're categorizing, because if it's by schoolgirls, she's actually not very strong, because there's a lot of very powerful schoolgirls in media. She could maybe, like, be like a student at the Kill la Kill school if she had one of those special uniforms. I forget what they're called. Gracias. It says first time catching a stream. Just wanted to say that I love your videos. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. Of the least of the pointless or Termina analysis videos to fall asleep. Which way are we going? Maybe. Cut through the alleyways toward Ebisugaoka Middle School. This is it, right? I think it is. Because that says... No, I don't remember. Thought on the bottom... Oh. I wonder where it is. Where is the middle school? Okay. So we have potentially other ways we could be checking out. This looks like it opens, but it doesn't. The rest of this alley is blocked off by meat. Girls are always getting lost in mysterious areas that should be familiar and are clogged with meat. Okay.
武器が壊れかけてる。もう少し。
I just don't see what other alleys we could be taking.
持ってくれ。
There's just Big Boy Avenue. What's he doing? Oh, he's got a buddy. I think she has spotted us. Yeah, there's way too many back there. um, Was it the Spider-Man game where people were like comparing the puddles in the E3 demo to the ones in the actual game? And they're like, "There's fewer puddles. They lied to us." I love gamers. I love this hobby, and these people in this industry. Great. Is lab meat vegan? It depends on why you're vegan. There's not like an absolute measure of what is and isn't. Because I'm a vegetarian because I don't want to hurt animals. Then it's like an easy enough thing to do. So if there was meat that didn't involve hurting an animal, I would say it was good to go. But some people are, for religious reasons, for different religions, for different reasons in those religions. Got knocked over. Oh. Oh. Come on, Silent Hill F. Are you serious? This area was like blocked off before by this truck, and it was still marked as no bueno on my map. And I wouldn't call this an alley. Is wall meat halal? Well, so we need to know what Dracula's been cooking up. Given that it's like Eastern Europe, that's not a monster noise I think I've heard before. Given that it's Eastern Europe, I would venture to guess that it's mutton back there. It certainly doesn't look like pork, so it would just be down to whether it was prepared according to, you know, halal standards. I think because Dracula is, you know, Vlad the Impaler is like single-handedly credited with keeping the Ottomans out of Europe, and the reason that his violent excesses were tolerated is that the church was very worried about a sort of Muslim incursion into Eastern Europe. I think it's probably not halal. I think like the greatest enemy of the Ottomans in the East, I think is probably not hiding halal meat in his walls. Because it just looks like a cartoon like side of beef or something. But mutton looks like beef. Vlad Tepes did work for the Ottomans. I guess so, but did they... Like, did he eat, like, their food, or did he have his own cooks? How do you like the combat in this game? I think people are silly for calling it Dark Souls. You can't just say like it's just a Boss Baby tweet, right? Like, oh, getting Dark Souls vibes from this. Sees a third-person action game. Getting Dark Souls vibes from this. It doesn't really feel like Dark Souls at all. I guess the Soulsiest thing about it is the parry mechanic, but a lot of games have those, you know? But it's not like Revengeance has that. Is it Revengeance a Souls-like? It's slow and methodical, which I guess is kind of like really old Dark Souls, but the games aren't like that anymore. It does a pretty good job of making you feel like you're outmatched, which is important in a horror game, without feeling like the engine itself is like poorly made. Because that was a problem with older Silent Hill games, is they... I do not want to be in this corner anymore. I'm done. I'm out of here. Getting the rice crackers. Yeah, it's a Bayonetta like because you're a girl and you're fighting. Or it's like it reminds me of Off, because we have a baseball bat. You know? And we're wearing a uniform even though we're not at the place where you would wear the uniform. Alright, so I think we just need to charge ahead and ignore these guys, 'cause... But yeah, it's the combat is... These feel like strong enemies in a good system, not like clunky enemies in a clunky system. I don't feel artificially disempowered. I feel like the enemies are just very capable. Which is good. You know, it's not very scary if you just kill all of them all the time.
今何かが飛んでったぞ。
シュウ君、一緒に逃げよう。
One of you is playing stock pot breaking sound up there. Stop it right now. We are not in Loud Valley. We're in Silent Hill still. Oh, it's a visual novel. Yeah, it's like Doki Doki. I think one thing people might be running into is they see that there's like a dodge system and a parry system, and they think like, oh, this is like hardcore, you know, combat for skill chads. And it's not, you know, it just has those things because it makes it more engaging.
二人はどこに？
Dario, doko ni? Okay. So my theory so far, I don't know the story of this game, just kind of guessing by what we've seen. My theory, if I had to guess, like, what's happening in the story, because we're still kind of in the dark, I would guess that Hinako has died. And maybe, like, when we had to fight our friend, the Miko, maybe she was like trying to exorcise us and she's alive, you know, and we're like out in the ghost world haunting her. Because some of the moves she was doing were like things that a Miko does during an exorcism.
Hinako,
specifically when she was holding the kanabo with like both hands and like waving it back and forth, and then that golden light was pretty suspicious. What kind of evil spirit, you know, shines golden light everywhere? We all know that red is evil, and oh my god, not this guy. Stop. It's gotten into the house. Great. Oh, I thought we were talking about the monster. I was just talking about the flowers and stuff. Step back, girls. This calls for a real Showa man. The hot-blooded baseball samurai steps up to the plate. Hello, Zoop. Hello, Law of Tsunami. How far have we gotten into the game so far? We're like 4 hours in, 5 hours in. I think it's probably not a very long game. We have beaten 2 bosses. If you want to recap, we were walking and our town got full of red. And there's red everywhere. And we were hanging out with our friend Shu, and he was like stuck in the friend zone. And it was uncomfortable. And then this other girl showed up, and it was like, oh, what a relief. You know, he can glom onto her because she likes him. Okay, I don't... What are you doing? Come on. It's nasty. I just go out the window. I'm just leaving. I'm not dealing with that. There's this drawing of the whole family like melted together into a ball. It's kind of awful. Oh, and you're still in there too. Right.
もう手遅れなの。どうしようもない。このままそこの役にも。
俺も苦しんでる。このままにしておく。
Yeah, the sound design is good, and the directional audio is really well done. It's usually pretty easy to figure out where stuff is coming from, which is important because it's monsters are always sneaking up on you. So we're back here, get the shrine. Okay, do we have an? We don't have an Emma. I guess I'll enshrine the Higashi. Toolkit. Oh, restores equipped weapons durability. Oh, okay, that's really good. All right. Let me see something. Okay. There's like a weird chud in the chat for a second. It's all anti-marriage feminist garbage. Like, can you please just like live your life like a normal person and not turn everything you see into some like fucking tiresome political project?
嘘ついてるよね。
知らねえよ。
騙せてると思う？
Can we have a fucking video game, you moron?
ひなこ、遅かったな。心配したぜ。
心配してなかったよ。相棒なら絶対に大丈夫って言ってた。そうか。ありがとう。
Like if you're so anxious about your ability to find a wife that you start looking for reasons that, you know, women are conspiring not to marry you, there's already a good reason. Like, just chill. Like, people want to hang out with cool people who are nice and make them laugh and are fun, you know? Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is like a shibboleth, if you know what that is. It's like, you know that image of, it's like it's just like the stolen land thing, like the doing a land acknowledgement thing. It's just, there's like this meaningless thing that people repeat, and they have like a lot of emotion behind it, but it's like, what is this really, what are you doing to like benefit anybody if this is what you believe? Like, you know, like Hinako's dad beats her and I believe their mother. Maybe like maybe the moral is don't be like that guy. Maybe the moral is like guys who act like that are bad. Or maybe there's, you know, not really a moral and it's just a story. Are you glowing? I don't like that. We've reached the part of the game where we don't even look at the monsters anymore. They're just too crazy. Alright, yeah, I guess up we go. Come on. Nope, that's death. Survival horror gaming? Oh, I got some bizarre. Somebody says the man that chat earlier didn't watch Lisa the. Didn't watch or get Lisa the Hopeful, or Painful, or First, or like any of them, you know. Those stories are all feminist stories, and feminism is not man bad, woman good. As I said before, misogyny has a negative impact on everybody. Nobody is better off for it except maybe the, you know, the billionaires who want to turn you into some kind of a... like a tech industry slave or something. There's no benefit to the common person from this. Oh yeah, I do think there's a lot going on here already. I really like the characterization so far. I've been making fun of I forget the other girl's name, the girl who's like still alive. Journal. Rinko. I've been making fun of Rinko, but she's you know, she's very believable for the time and place, and you know, she is expressing something that women, and especially, you know, younger women and girls, do have to deal with. And it's fun seeing like this, like, you know, 50-year-old Japanese dude kind of have this handle on these characters so well. You can tell that he cares about his characters and that he, you know, actually likes writing them. Even if they're not always the best people. think I... Okay, prone dude. Nope. Yeah, frogs are God's best friend in a lot of Asian myths. The one I know of is it's one of the books that like sort of founded the mythology of the ninja. Not as like a political figure, but like as like a sort of magical warrior. And I believe he like rescues a frog from a snake at one point or something, and the frog turns out to be like a magic frog, and he teaches him a bunch of ninja secrets because the frog knows those for some reason. And that's why, like in Naruto or Final Fantasy XIV, you'll see ninjas summoning frogs and stuff. Yeah, these are both like these are two of the hardest enemies we fought so far, and they both drop in together and aggro immediately. Trying to plan my move here. Please, stop comboing me. I don't have any stamina. I was born without any stamina or any sanity. Every day a giant frog breaks my arms, and every night a giant frog breaks my legs. Another Rhombus says, I don't trust Frog.
そんな話今はしたくない。
やめないよ。シュウ君がしっかりと現実を見るまでやめない。
だからやめてくれ。俺は
なら言ってあげる。ひな子はね、死んだんだよ。ひな子は向こうの世界で楽しくやっているんだから。
相棒、遅かったな。さあ、行こうぜ。
Dinko? How come you said that? Okay, we want to grab the offering that we missed because we just ran up here. And maybe we can hit that that little shrine. How's that sound? It's from the Obon Festival. Isn't it a bit early for these? A type of revolving lantern that has a long history in Ebisugaoka. The picture silhouette rotates inside the lantern due to the air current that the candle makes. Normally, revolving lanterns are for entertainment, but the ones in Ebisugaoka were specifically used to ward off evil. In Ebisugaoka, there is a custom where women in unlucky ages hang it on their front door during Obon. Obon is, it's kind of like their Halloween. Like, traditionally, I mean, they have Halloween now, but, like, it's a day when, if I remember right, like, the spirits of the dead come back to visit. But, like, it's not, like, really spooky or anything. It's just, like, nice. Like, you know, light some incense for grandma or whatever. You think charms might actually be seeded? This is another rhombus. Do you mean Omamori? Or... I might actually have that Omamori that reduces stamina cost when I dodge. Let's see. I've got the one that is max stamina. I want to, I'm saving up for another, for the ability to equip multiple Omamori. We're almost there. I'm gonna get a drink real fast. I will be right back. I'll leave us on something cool in the journal. What do we got? What do we got? Middle school. All right. You can read lore about middle school. I got that Coke Zero. Where are we at? Okay. Love a Rust Belt type town. It's like flowers. It's not. I'm joking. I know what you meant.
鍵がかかってる。昔はなかったのに。
鍵は学校にあるはずだ。
ちょっと休憩しようよ。
My next prediction is that Shu isn't real, and it's like a Tyler Durden situation. Spoilers for Fight Club.
"相棒も疲れただろう。休んでてくれ。俺は鍵を探してくる。
わかった。
え、シュウ君が一緒じゃないと嫌だよ。心細いよ。お願い、一緒にいて。ね。
別に俺が一緒じゃなくても。
相棒も少し休め。鍵は私が探す。
そうだよ。 シュウ君はずっと戦闘で頑張ってたんだから、後からついてくるだけだったひな子の方が余裕あるって。
Yeah, that's not what
そ
happened.
んな言い方をするなよ。
私は気にしない。二人とも休んでてくれ。行ってくる。
Got what we got in the little cubbies. We got somebody's lunch. We got a bento. Is this the sheet music from Silent Hill 1? There's no way, right? I gotta check that. That was D, A sharp, G, D flat. Okay, no. But that would have been really funny. Got a car crash. It's looking good. Got kids joining hands. Who let the kid put like just the car crash blood picture up on the board? Because all these other ones are pretty normal. Like there's people holding hands on the hilltop. Also, these are track posters, and we were in track and field. So, could be something going on there. Maybe we're the one who got in a car crash. Ebisugaoka Middle School floor plan. Okay. I believe that says no running.
卒業以来だな。
Got houses with blood pouring out the windows. Got a fox. We've got a leaf. Little bluebird. A cul-de-sac with nothing in it. Can I go back in that room or did they lock me out? Let's find out. That was chalk line on the floor. Pictures of them. Let's see, can we get back in there? No, we're just not, she just won't go back in. Nine Lives says, hey Worm, love your channel. Thank you. We gotta respect the rules at all times. Okay, again, like, we've got, two of these kids are dead. Their faces are scratched out. There's a torii gate drawn over them. We've got, a living and a dead person holding hands on top of the torii gate. To all faculty on patrol duty, to prevent students from going to the second floor, please ensure the corridor is locked at the end of the day. On patrol this week, Vice Principal Matsuo.
キーボックスが開かない。鍵がいる。
Teacher journal. The vice principal is always so paranoid about his keys that he always takes them with him whenever he leaves. So it's kind of ironic that he lost the keys to the stairwell. He's looking for them frantically, like a madman. He had the nerve to ask me to help him find them, but I'm the one who needs help with this pile of paperwork that I have. What about my paperwork? Bet you feel dumb now. The pipe is a lot better than the
ちょう
sickle,
どいい。
so... But I'll stick with the bat for a while. And if we really are a ghost, I think we're supposed to be like eating this food and not not giving it to somebody else. We don't want to become a hungry ghost. Is that a... This feels similar to a design that was on a Silent Hill 1 poster, but I could be losing my mind. The 7 with the band there. Is that Robbie the Rabbit? The game known as the Fox's Sacrifice is hereby banned. Partaking in this recent fad is forbidden. Any students caught playing will have their parents or guardians notified and be severely punished. It's a picture of the school in the school. Casa. Alright. There's a door we missed, it looks like. It's stuck. Hinako's buddy is the steel pipe. The #1 rule of dangerous scenarios is the buddy system. Why does nobody follow it in horror? Well, the reason is because there's only 3 of us, so... Rinko and Shu are our buddies. I don't like you. You shouldn't be here. Oh, we got the alien ending. We got the alien ending. They're making off with somebody. School Founder's Anecdote. Buy as much of that mountain's land as you can. Borrow money if you must, for it will surely bring you great wealth. Shortly thereafter the country commenced their dam construction plan, and the mountain Mr. Yoneda had purchased was indeed a boon. He spent every last yen he earned on his hometown of Ebisugaoka. One result of his generosity was Ebisugaoka Middle School. Mr. Yoneda donated the Inari statue and housed it inside the small shrine seen on school grounds as his way of saying thanks to the fox that blessed him. What's in here? Pick Soup says, "Hi Worm Girl, I love your videos. Would love you to check out Horrorvale. Fighting creepy pasta parodies. I haven't heard of that one. Ai Takahashi. Or is it Takahashi? Oh, Takeshi. I can read. Right. Maybe we can borrow that middle schooler's shirt, because ours is not doing so good. got the stairs. I need a key. Okay, we ought to have known. Okay. I wonder if these windows are gonna be like, we're gonna use them. Got to leave it. Heard like an army man yelling. But it's gone. Tabby K says the door won't budge, it's made of paper. Oh, this is Japan. We don't just smash doors. We gotta, you know, observe a little bit of courtesy, respect the space. Oh, that's the tree, the 1,000-year cedar. Okay. Hmm. Kind of running out of places to look. Yeah, this is the first playthrough. Chrysanthemums grown by our very own Vice Principal have won the Governor's Prize. Did you know that Vice Principal Matsuo has a green thumb? His exquisite chrysanthemums took the top prize in their category at the Floriculture Fair held by the Prefectural Council. If you haven't already, take this opportunity to admire the Vice Principal's masterfully pruned flower displays on the school grounds. The Vice Principal enjoys gardening and waters the flower beds on the school grounds in his spare time. Okay, so he dropped the keys outside. Probably. Okay. I guess we could get back into the yard. Origami of rumors. Ha. Looks like someone heard my prayers, to whichever god answered them. Thank you.
創立より古いとか
So Kora is
ダム
older
建
than the
設で
school.
一山当てた成金がわざわざここに学校を建てたって聞いたことがある
Alright, we'll give up the Higashi and the Yokan. Another
そんな
dead
獲物だっ
animal?
たよね
this isn't it, but there was another area where we could step outside. It's like another window, I think. Where was that? Cannot go that way. Do we have... There's a custom that's said to get rid of your worries like magic. You write grievances that you can't tell anyone on a piece of paper, fold it into an origami fox, and then throw it somewhere that no one else will find it. If you happen to come across someone else's origami of grievances, you can put it to rest by reading it. No matter what's written on it, you have to keep that information to yourself and not tell a single soul. It's a tradition that has been in this town for ages, but it was particularly popular with middle schoolers. Some kids would indirectly bully others by writing gossip about the people they hated and making sure to put it in a place where they would see it. I personally don't like to read bad things about people. To write bad things about people, or read them for that matter. They say you can put those complaints to rest by reading them, so I take the effort to read them out, but to be honest, I'd rather not pick them up when I see them. Space Wars wasn't just about fighting evil with laser guns. We'd pretend to analyze the enemy by drawing alien sketches. During PE, we'd say that class was a training camp for the Space Army. I think we played with dolls, too. Right, I think that's when we were training first aid in order to assist the injured. Okay. And I cannot go back outside the front.
Keybox が開かない。鍵がいる。
Flowers. There's certainly nothing there. Where's that window?
いや相棒だ。何があってもずっと俺たちは相棒なんだ。
かわいそうなシュウ君。あなたにとってひな子が大切な人だったのはよくわかるよ。だからこそ笑顔でお見送りしなくちゃ。それが相棒の最後の務めだと思うよ。
Tabby K asks, is that radio static or Geiger counter noise? I think that it is radio static. And yeah, I think it's getting to about that time. I'm a little stumped and a little tired. So I will go and save real fast, and then I think we can call it a night. Now we'll record. No flowers. Alright, thanks for dropping in, everybody. And I'll probably stream again this week, maybe tomorrow or the day after. And see you soon. Bye-bye.